1947, although at that time the Jewish people were a third of the population, they got 2/3 of the land, and the Palestinians ended with only 1/3 of the land. In 48, the establishment of Israel and the Nakba, the catastrophe for the Palestinians. Around 500 communities, villages, towns, cities of the Palestinians being expelled, being evacuated, had to run away. Around 750,000 Palestinians, the majority at that time, became refugees. Some of them went to live in what today the West Bank. You can see the third map, the West Bank. Some of them went to live in Gaza Strip. You can see here. It's more or less the same area as today, and today there are about more than 2 million people living there. And some of them went to be refugees all over the world, till today. Of course, in the time of Nakba, there were a lot of atrocities, massacres, many people being killed, horrible things, but we wouldn't get deeply to that now. Till 67, Israel managed to take more and more land, and you can see in the third map the green line and Gaza Strip again. This is the international border that was decided before 67, and in 67 Israel even managed to occupy those two, the West Bank and Gaza Strip. According to international law, a state that occupied territory is not allowed to move its own population to the occupied territory. It's a violation of international law, it's a war crime. Israel is doing it so since 67. And today there are about almost 1 million settlers living in thousands and thousands of points, cities, towns, farms, outposts, all over the West Bank. There are points of that settlers took over and living in. We jump to the early 90s, Oslo Accord. And according to Oslo Accord, the West Bank was divided into 3 areas, A, B, and C. Area A is supposed to be controlled both civil and security by the PA, Palestinian Authority. Area B is supposed to be controlled civil by the PA and security by Israel. And Area C is supposed to be controlled both civil and security by Israel authorities. On reality, on the ground, Israel controlled all the area A, B, and C. Any aspect of the Palestinian life controlled by Israel authorities, healthcare, education, import, export, economic, movement, building permits in Area C, anything controlled by Israel authorities, and it controlled completely. In this map, you can see in red Area C, which is 60% of Area C, of the West Bank. In Area A and B in white, you can see that Area A and B are divided one from another, like small islands, like the Batostans in South Africa. And in order to move from place to place, you have to cross through Area C, which is controlled totally by settlers and soldiers. A lot of restrictions of movement, gates, checkpoints. Today, with all the gates and all of the restrictions, it's almost impossible to move from place to place. And this is how the Israeli authorities controlling the population. And you can see in those pictures some examples how it looks on the ground. You can see those kind of gates. Lately they put many more of those gates. You can see here a truck bringing another gate next to the town of the city of Jericho. And another example, and you can imagine that if you want to go to work, you need to go to study, you cannot, because all those gates, and today there are hundreds and hundreds of gates, new gates all around the West Bank. It's almost shut down economic life. It's created a huge burden on Palestinian life, and it's create a situation that life is almost impossible. Another example, this is the container checkpoint, the only way to cross for Palestinians from the north side of the West Bank to the southern side of the West Bank. There is a checkpoint. Sometimes the checkpoint is completely closed. Sometimes they are checking cars, and you can see thousands of people are waiting to cross. Sometimes they need to bring materials, equipment, food, water, and it's blocked. In order to accelerate the ethnic cleansing process in Palestine, settler movement found a very effective way to do it. They started to establish herding farms. Herding farms are farms that, like the Palestinian, but are settlers' herding farm. They are living on a flock, on herding. They have sheep, goats, cows, and they are living on grazing. So those kind of farms, settler farms, are usually one family with young youth of the hip-hop gang, very violent, that join them. They are funded with state money, directly or indirectly. They are getting the flock, sheep, goat, cows, and all sorts of equipment like 4x4 vehicles, drones, night vision, any equipment that can help them to control huge amount of land. Once they establish those farms, they are starting to move with their flock around, chasing away Palestinian farmers from grazing area and from cultivated land. And in a very short time, they make sure that none of the Palestinians will come near them, because they will either face huge amount of violence or will be arrested by the authorities. This video was, after they managed to clear the area, the agricultural area from Palestinians, they are starting to attack inside the Palestinian villages and communities in order to make them leave even their homes. This video was taken on the 6th of September this year, a few weeks ago, east to Ramallah, in one of the community, and you can see in this video that two boys, one of them even a child, came with sticks to harass, to intimidate, to threaten, and even to attack the villagers. Don't touch me, don't touch me. So you can see this young boy is attacking the Palestinian in his home, in his land, and the Palestinian cannot do anything about it because he's afraid that even if you try to defend himself, those settlers will call the army and the police, and for sure they will come to arrest him. So he cannot do anything. Those kind of rural area communities in Area C, most of them are unrecognized by the authorities. The building permits in Area C is given by the Committee of Building Permits that held by settlers and soldiers. They don't want Palestinians to be there, so they don't let them any building permits. So anything that they are building is by definition illegal. They cannot connect legally to water, line or electricity. They are suffer from demolition on a daily basis because anything that they build is under demolition order, and those demolition order can be implemented every day, every moment. They don't know when they are coming and where they are coming and who will get the demolition. Also, water is a very weak point because they need a lot of water for themselves and also for the flock, for the sheep, goats. And because they cannot connect water lines, they have to bring water with water tanks. They depend on water system that collect water from rain, but it's almost desert area, so very few rain. And it's ended, the water in the system ended very shortly after the winter is ended. And they need to bring more water with water tanks. Because of the long way and the tractors and the cost, it's get to a point that they pay for water 10 times as much as I pay at home. And the settler and the authorities know that water is very sensitive and weak point of the Palestinian, and they are targeting this specific point. You can see this video that was taken on the 4th of September this year in the village of Tiran in South Lebanese. Two boys from the next by farm that we know very well, they are very, very violent, came to the community, invaded into their land, starting to move around, do whatever they like, threaten the people, and they see this water tank. They came to target this water tank. They are getting closer. Of course, no one can go near them because they will probably attack. And they opened the tap of the private Palestinian water tank. No one can tell them, you cannot do it, it's my private water tank, don't open the tap. And water are starting to spill and wasted. Very expensive water. This is exactly what they came to do, to make sure that the Palestinian will end without water. And again, Palestinians cannot do anything about it, because if they will try to do anything, they will pay even higher price. But not only the center, also the authorities are targeting the same thing, the water. You can see this video that was taken on 2019 in Masaf Eliata, 12 villages that not only in Area C, facing all of the harassment because of Area C and being unrecognized, they're also living in what the authorities declare as fire zone. 18% of the West Bank declared as fire zones. Those areas are declared as fire zone, meaning that the army can come and practice and train there, including in some cases life ammunition. And this is another tool of the occupation to make people's life impossible and to make them go away. So in that morning came a lot of forces to this area, Safariata. It's a big area, it's like 32,000 dunams. 12 villages, around 2,000 people living there, and thousands and thousands and thousands of animals. And because they are not recognized and they cannot connect to water, the municipality managed to have coordination and to have foreign NGO to provide with European money to provide a net of water to the villages. But the authorities don't want them to have water, so they came to destroy all this net. You can see they are coming with bulldozer, and they come to expose the water line, and they are cutting them with a special cutter. Piece by piece, they took the pieces of this pipe in order to make sure that those villagers wouldn't have water. You can see that they make a lot of efforts to make sure that those people end without water, and it will make their life almost impossible. Since October 7, Palestinians can hardly access their land, their grazing area or cultivated land, including barley fields, olive trees, everything. They cannot almost reach. The olive harvest season that in these days, in 2023, after October 7, was gone because almost none of the Palestinians could pick their olives. In 24, some of the people tried to reach the olive trees and to pick their olives. This picture was taken in the village of Susia in South Emonins. In October 24, the owner of the land, Khader Nawaja, asked the activists to come to accompany him, and by that, thinking he might be able to pick his olives. Very short after he came with the activists to this plot, came soldiers telling him, you have to stop. We have to check if you're allowed to be here, if you're allowed to pick the olives, although it's very well known as a private Palestinian land, but still they try to prevent them. I want to make some phone calls to make sure if you're allowed to be here. You can see here in blue, this is Khader, the owner of the land. And the activists tell them that the lawyer of Khader already spoke with the army and they allow him to be there, but still they stop him. And Khader sees that there are settlers invading into his land and pointed at them and telling the soldier, please take them away, they're invading into my land. And the activists are starting to shout, there are settlers, mass settlers coming towards us, running towards us, stop them, stop them. So you can see that the soldier, the authority, he didn't stop him. He didn't prevent the attack. He only tell him, go away, go home. You can see it from another angle. Go home. This woman, the activist, her rib was broken. She's in a lot of pain. And you can see that the attacker even didn't run away because he knows that nothing will happen to him. So he thought maybe to go another round of attack, but he decided no. He went home safely. Nothing happened to him. They took the activist to hospital. She was in a lot of pain. It took her like 2 months to recover. They didn't arrest the attacker, the settler. They went home safely. Instead of arresting them, they decided to arrest the activists, to punish them for coming to accompany the Palestinians. Those days are the olive harvest season, and almost every day we got pictures and videos of trees that been cut off by settlers. You can see an example in the village of Sair on the 1st of October, a few weeks ago. Many trees been cut off. And another example from the village of Mraya, from the 6th of October, but there are almost every day such videos that getting from farmers that found in the morning that their trees been cut off at night. This is like a destruction of years and years of taking care of those trees. And for Palestinians, the olive trees is even much more than the olives and the tree itself. It's like tradition. Olive harvest season, it's like very traditional time. The whole family is coming to the plot together, children, women, men, picking the olives together. It's like holiday celebration of the season. Everyone eats the olives and the olive oil. It's very unique period, but these days it's very hard. I told you that those farms are getting equipment, all sorts of equipment, including 4x4 vehicles, in order to control a huge amount of area. These videos from event of giving by the government, by this minister Smotrich. Probably some of you heard about him. He's a minister in the Ministry of Finance and minister in the Ministry of Defense. He's a settler himself and very, very connected to the settler movement, one of the leaders. He, the representative, one of the representatives of the settlers in the government, very, very connected, very, very powerful. He, at that event, gave 25 those vehicles to 25 of the farms in South Ebonites. You can see from this video the collaboration between the settler and the government. Every of those vehicles written which farm it's getting to. This is the head of the municipality of the settlers. We have 25 of those farms. Any of those control between 5,000 and 10,000 dunam, huge amount of land. Without you, the government, it wouldn't happen. This is another minister, Minister Stuk, the Minister of Settlements and Special Missions. Again, you can see the collaboration. They giving the materials, the equipment, and the money, and the center on the ground, making sure that Palestinians are not living in those areas. It's amazing event. This is the farm on the top of the hill with the flock. They are controlling the area. So we said that there used to be scorpions and snakes that used to be in this area. If you didn't understand, he meant the scorpion and the snakes are the Palestinians that we have to get rid of. And those settlers are making sure that there wouldn't be any scorpions and snakes, wouldn't be any Palestinians in those areas. They call it security cars, security measures. They also get the night vision equipment. Those are the heroes and the pioneers that make sure that there will be Palestinians in those areas. And you can see they are getting also weapons. And you can see in these videos how they use very effectively those vehicles. This is a field of barley of Palestinians in the town of Samoa. They wanted to come to harvest barley, so they sold those settlers, gangs of settlers, with masks. So when they are coming masked, you're pretty sure that they are coming to attack. Thankfully, there were activists that filmed them, so they decided not to attack physically, but they started to circle the Palestinian farms with those vehicles, threatening them. They were understand that if they would go away, they would attack them, so they went away without doing the job that they meant to do. Another example, in the village of Udade, they are coming very fast, destroying the fields and going very fast with the Palestinian flag, scare them away. At this time of the year, the sheep are pregnant, and some of them, because of the scare, they lost their babies. Another example, driving very fast and using the horn to scare away the Palestinian sheep, to make sure that they cannot graze on their private land. This is a picture from the village of Khaled Daba, one of the villages, 12 villages in South Ariaka, in the fire zone 918, as the authorities declare it. It's a very beautiful place, used to be, unfortunately. People are taking care of any centimeter of land that they can cultivate. Any olive trees is taken care of like a baby. You can see the plots are very tight and neat and very clean. They put a lot of effort in the agriculture that they're having. This village had a few waves of demolition because, like many other villages that are unrecognized by the authorities, anything that they are building is illegal by definition and under demolition order. They had like 7 waves of demolition before 2025, and many of the structure been demolished time after time. Some of the families have their home demolished 6 times, one after time. They had to rebuild again and again the houses. On the 5th of May this year, early in the morning, we got messages that demolition forces are gathering in South Ebony. We knew that demolition is on the way. We didn't know where they are heading because every time they are coming, we don't know where they are heading. So activists are starting to following them to see where they are heading. You can see they are coming with big forces, a lot of soldiers and policemen and border police, and also a lot of bulldozers. And they are following them, they don't know where they are heading, but they see that they are entering the village of Khaled Daba, so it means that they are going to demolish. There are workers that are taking off things from the Palestinian home. Some of the things they are throwing away, and they are telling the people, you have to go out from your homes. We are going to demolish your homes. They are also harassing the activists that documenting. You can see activists with cameras trying to document what is going on, and they try to threaten them and to try to block them from filming. And they are starting to demolishing. You can see the mothers are taking away the babies and children out from their home. The shepherds take out the sheep and goat out of the sheep shelter because all of those are going to be demolished. You can see that they are living in very fragile houses, some of them even in tents, because they cannot build sufficient homes. You can see here Ali Dabab's